Did you know that even a small mistake while driving in Australia can lead to fines worth hundreds of dollars, or even the suspension of your license? Australia traffic laws are strict, and not knowing them could land you in serious trouble, or worse, cause an accident. In today's video, we'll uncover the key traffic rules and law in Australia, from speed limits to drink driving, and even some lesser-known regulations that could save you from hefty fines. So come back because you don't want to miss this. Welcome to today's video, where we'll break down the most important traffic rules and laws in Australia, rules that every driver should know to avoid hefty fines, penalties, or even accidents. Road safety is a priority in Australia, and the rules are designed not just to enforce discipline, but also to reduce the number of accidents on the road. Let's dive into the most important traffic rules and laws in Australia and how they impact daily driving. Number 1, speed limits. One of the first things you'll notice while driving in Australia is the strict enforcement of speed limits. Speeding is taken very seriously, and fines can be steep. In built-up areas like cities or suburbs, the general speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour, unless otherwise stated. On highways and freeways, this can increase to 100 kilometers per hour or 110 kilometers per hour depending on the state you're in. But there's a catch. Speed limits can vary slightly depending on the area, road conditions, and school zones. Speaking of school zones, during school hours, the speed limit drops to 40 kilometers per hour in designated areas to ensure the safety of children. Failure to observe speed limits could not only result in heavy fines, but also the loss of demerit points, which can lead to suspension of your driver's license. In 2023, speeding accounted for around 33% of fatal crashes in Australia, making it one of the biggest causes of road accidents. Number 2, seatbelt laws. Seatbelts are non-negotiable in Australia. According to the law, every person in the vehicle must wear a seatbelt at all times. This rule applies to both drivers and passengers, regardless of where they are seated in the vehicle. Failing to wear a seatbelt can result in fines of up to 500 Australian dollars, and for drivers, penalties increase if their passengers are not buckled up. It's also mandatory for children under 7 to be seated in a suitable child restraint or booster seat. In recent years, strict enforcement of seatbelt laws has played a significant role in reducing injuries and fatalities in car crashes. In fact, research shows that wearing seatbelts reduces the risk of death by 45% for front seat passengers and 25% for rear seat passengers. Number 3, mobile phone use. Using a mobile phone while driving is illegal in Australia unless you're using it hands-free. Even then, it's important that the phone is securely mounted in a holder and the driver's interaction is minimal. Texting, browsing, or holding your phone while driving is a serious offense, with fines ranging from 500 Australian dollars to over 1,600 Australian dollars, depending on the state. In some regions, such as New South Wales, high-tech cameras have been installed to detect mobile phone use behind the wheel, leading to an increase in fines and penalties. Statistics reveal that using a mobile phone while driving significantly increases the risk of an accident, as it distracts drivers and slows reaction times. Number 4, line discipline and roundabouts. Lane discipline is crucial on Australian roads. Drivers must always stay in their lanes unless they are overtaking or changing lanes, and failure to do so could result in fines. When it comes to roundabouts, the rules are clear. Always give way to traffic already on the roundabout and signal left when you exit. This might seem basic, but roundabout rules are often misunderstood, leading to confusion and accidents. Drivers must signal their intent before merging or switching lanes and ensure a safe distance from other vehicles. Number 5, cyclists and pedestrian safety. Australia has specific laws to ensure the safety of cyclists and pedestrians. Motorists are required to keep a safe distance of at least 1 meter when overtaking cyclists in a speed zone of 60 kilometers per hour or less. In higher speed zones, this distance increases to 1.5 meters. Pedestrians also have the right of way at crossings and intersections, and failing to give way can result in fines. In 2023, pedestrian and cyclist fatalities were a significant concern, which led to stricter enforcement of these safety rules. Number 6, drug driving laws and drink. Australia has a zero-tolerance approach when it comes to drink and drug driving. The legal blood alcohol concentration (BAC) limit for fully licensed drivers is 0.05%, while for learners and provisional drivers, the limit is 0.00%. If you're caught driving with a BAC higher than 0.05%, you could face serious penalties, including fines of up to 3,000 Australian dollars, suspension of your driver's license, and even jail time depending on the severity of the offense. Police in Australia frequently conduct random breath tests, RBTS, to ensure compliance, and they have the authority to pull over any vehicle at any time. Drug driving is equally enforced. Random roadside drug testing is common, and the police test for substances like cannabis, methamphetamines, and MDMA. Even small traces of drugs in your system can result in severe penalties. Australia's traffic rules and laws are designed to keep everyone safe on the roads, drivers, passengers, cyclists, and pedestrians alike. With strict enforcement and hefty penalties for violations, it's clear that safety is a top priority. Driving in Australia comes with responsibilities, but as long as you follow the rules, you can enjoy a smooth, safe experience on the road. Whether you're a local or just visiting, always remember, safety comes first. So next time you hit the road, make sure you're aware of these important rules. Have you ever been fined for breaking any traffic laws? Let us know in the comments.